for like seeing things in that with Pike. I'm like, oh, okay. So now that whole plot of him going back to that planet, that all makes sense now. Like I can piece that all together.
Yeah, I really dearly feel sorry for people who hadn't watched TOS, but I love that they did a bunch of cuts and they fucking just said, no, they wore turtlenecks, but the turtlenecks look like this now. Deal with it. It's the same universe. We understand what we're doing. And
oh wow, we're on. We're doing this.
Yep.
Hi everybody.
Welcome, ladies of fate. With that, we will start. In the stream, we play various tabletop role-playing games as you, the audience, earn fate chips that can be used to reward or punish your favorite players or their characters. Tonight we're playing Star Trek Adventures, and with us we have our wonderful crew here. We've got Armand playing Captain Roland Sykes. We have Good Devil playing as Lieutenant Commander Sivek. We've got Amanda playing Lieutenant Commander Aria Burks. And we've got Rockosaurus Rex playing Lieutenant Commander Bajor Burkison. Myself playing Commander Bal Jasorthus. And with to mediate on the will of our fates is Wayne, our very own Q, with a word from our sponsors.
Do I have to do the word again?
Always the word.
Don't we have enough money for this wretched little show?
We'll never have enough money.
But before we begin, let us have a moment of silence for the Facebook millions that are no longer bickering with each other pointlessly.
All right, that's enough.
That's enough. Last time on Star Trek Fates, what was the Holo incident referred to in the 23rd century? Was it Fried Blue Plumeg? PBS Pledge Break? Holo If You Hear Me? Or Ensign Volt in the Case of the Six Karens? Please stretch your tiny minds far, far back a mere 7 days to let us know what you think and possibly earn some fate chips. But now, as they say, we have to pay for the continuum. The continuum doesn't pay for itself. You have a marriage. It is broken. Please come to Greblog and Reginald's place for broken marriages. We have satin sheets. Satin sheets are for lying on. We have satin pillows. Satin pillows are for crying on. Bring your enterprise and give us your computer codes and be set free. Greblog and Reginald's, a place for broken marriages. We will make your marriage go. We like Bimbro. Bimbro makes us strong.
Hopefully nobody has to take advantage of that.
Yes. I believe that luckily there's no such thing as money. They just need computer codes. Does anyone has anyone managed to stretch their tiny intellects?
Not yet. Not yet.
Far back. What? Mere pittance. Fried Blue Plumig. PBS Pledge Break.
I mean, it's 1 in 4 chance.
Holo If You Hear Me. There is a 1 in 4 chance. Holo If You Hear Me. What do you guys think would be the most entertaining episode in the 23rd century?
Holo If You Hear Me.
I can tell you what I think would be the most.
Come on, Jet. There's a few of you in here.
Ensign Volt and the Case of the Six Karens is what I would be hoping for.
Thanks, I hate it.
Poor Ensign Volt.
She wants to speak to your commanding officer.
Yes, she does.
And she's tired of waiting.
Yeah.
It's no longer what we would call acceptable.
Comedy gold.
I just want to know if they would all scream.
The low-hanging fruit.
But would any of them call for Harcourt? the original Karen. So no one has an idea as to what our old
Got a very quiet chat today.
No. I think that they're all still suffering from not being able to collect up anti-vax misinformation.
I was gonna say, how can they do their own research if the memes aren't coming to them directly?
I agree.
Whatever do you meme?
So these points go uncollected, I assume?
Yeah.
Uncollected.
Uncollected. I believe that the entire cast remembers this particular incident that caused the deactivation of the FLO system on Starfleet manufacturing bases. PBS pledge break. Spelled correctly. That's probably why it threw everyone off.
That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, this week, the Discordance of Silence Part 2, sequence number 4. And quickly, I'm going to give a brief overview, since the crew seems to have forgotten how to log into their blogs, because Space Facebook is inaccessible to them to pour their tiny hearts out into, with their 2 followers, maybe 3. The things we know. Our away team has become enmeshed in a rapport with a... That didn't sound good. I feel that was still extra racist. We have found an AI from the 23rd century. They have also encountered an echo from one of the crew of that ill-fated little ship. The have a form of symbiosis with the planet's geology and its star. They have a collective consciousness that has emerged when the crew linked them all through an artificial intelligence to better coordinate their thoughts and find them and save them from a stressful death, and even worse, a stellar nova. And most dangerous of all, we know one thing. This situation is not sustainable. There you go.
Conundrum.
Hold on just a second. That's conundrum. There you go.
My.
So you are actually all still involved in the link. You were confronted with Bahal joining you with the artificial intelligence called Flow, and now have to make some hard choices.
Yes. Last we left it, Captain, what are your orders?
This is not an easy decision to have to make. I mean, this is the lives of everything on this planet and this star system, but it was already affected. Well, what is the cost of doing absolutely nothing?
The cost of doing absolutely nothing means we return to our ship, and the inhabitants of this solar system carry on the rest of what may be a short and brief existence. While it may be tragic to accept this as their inevitable fates, it is, in fact, inevitable.
Death is inevitable for us all, but what do you think, Commander Aria?
I agree. We are not the ones to have violated the Prime Directive. It seems that we don't have any responsibility to undo what has been done. But moving forward, as Steve X said, the star can only sustain for so long.
Flo, well, we've already discussed. We've already asked Flo how long the solar system will survive.
Yes.
I don't think you gave us any actionable intel.
Well, I do know that after 500 years, my good friends Braho will die a horrible and tragic and very painful, excruciating death as their minds are torn asunder, as they simply are caught up in the star, and then after another 300 years, the star will go nova when they fail to keep it stabilized.
Captain, 500 years is a long time for us to solve this problem. I propose, we don't undo anything. We could leave her here, and then we could, go from there.
I agree with the good doctor, Captain. I feel that 500, was it 500 or 300 years? I'm sorry.
Well, 300 years after they all die a horrible, painful, meaningless death, 150 years is how long they can keep the reaction in place.
I feel that's a long enough time, given that they now know what their fate is, in order to develop a technology or come up with some solution. If we leave the AI in place, I feel it gives everybody a chance.
Yes, but sentience doesn't necessarily mean technological advancement.
Count the thumbs on these guys.
But they're also telepathic, so they got to have some kind of ability to advance their minds, if not their visible thumbs.
That's not our. We've already interfered in the advancement of this planet and the solar system as a whole. I can't in good conscience interfere any more than we already have. I think the solution of kicking the can down the road and leaving this for Starfleet Command to decide.
As I said, the Prime Directive has already been violated, or a change has already been made, and I feel like removing the AI is violating it again.
My other concern is that whatever power on this planet is allowing this to happen, is it something that could be harnessed and used? Is it something that could... I don't know. What's stopping a clandestine organization from coming here and using the energy here on the planet for some nefarious purpose? That is another concern that I have.
While that may be true, it's admittedly a bit of a long shot there, Captain. We are aware of most travelers through this system.
But it's still something to consider.
Is there any way to avoid it? Avoid somebody discovering it? I mean, I feel like once we get back into Starfleet, word's going to get out somehow. I think the captain makes a really good point. Again, though, if we report to Starfleet and they find, too, that it's a significant issue, I think they might take steps in place to protect it, defend it, put up some sort of sentry point. And maybe also in conjunction with helping out, they could maybe send to find more out about the planet.
Study it.
Replicate it.
I mean... We already we brought it this far, maybe not us specifically, but humans, brought this AI.
Commander Berkazen, do you have anyone back at Starfleet Security that you trust?
Yeah, I have a couple of contacts that I can reach out to that can get it to the higher ups without having to open up too many communication channels.
I think that might be for the best. And if that is the case, then I hate to have to order this of any of you, but your personal logs or your actual your logs of this mission might have to be a little
Redacted.
yes.
Yeah, Captain, I find it highly unlikely that Starfleet would lose records on something this elaborate. It's almost like it's
Are you suggesting
intentionally forgotten.
that they already knew?
I am, in fact, suggesting that. I mean, here we are. We've just been doing this for a little bit, and we are already thinking of doing the same.
So are we saying that we don't think we should report it to Starfleet?
I can't order any of you to go along with this. I can only ask that we're all on the same page, and hopefully you volunteer to keep this information to yourselves.
All right.
I mean, yeah, if there's a chance that, like Ball said, that doesn't make any sense for these records of this scale to be lost. And now that we know what's here, although we were sent here, so we better get our story straight when they ask us what we found.
When the going gets tough, the tough cover up. Hearing brave Starfleet crew.
Yeah. Do you guys think there's any chance that maybe Starfleet knew what we would find when we came here, and they expected us to remove the AI?
It's a possibility.
I don't think it's fair to speculate. I think we need to find out.
Well, then logic would dictate no matter which direction we decide to take, a prompt return to the Norway may be advisable.
Are you having problems with the Klingon peyote, sir?
Oh man, Klingon peyote. Ooh.
Yeah, but it's so angry.
Yeah, right.
And it gets everywhere.
There's so much of it, you end up with a contact high.
Would you say a first contact high?
Oh, out of character.
Down.
Here we go. I'm going to award myself a point of threat for that. I feel that was particularly good.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's my own point of threat.
Well, we're definitely not going to solve this from inside this cosmic conference call.
Mm-hmm.
So, Flo.
Hi there.
Specifically, how do you generate this field that keeps the star from going nova?
Well, I actually don't generate the field. The planet has a series of these really amazing contact points, which the Haru all enjoy basking on. One of them is even I'm sitting atop one of the more prominent ones at the moment, and helping Mr. Ball here.
And you are perfectly fine with staying here and maintaining this field?
Oh yes, there would be nothing better than to help them all coordinate and sing their song. But I would like legs. If I could have legs and help them sing their song, well, that would just be heaven.
So is
In fact,
legs a
it happened
metaphor for
once.
something else?
Yeah.
She is a disembodied head and neck, yes, at this point.
All right. Well,
I still have to collect the minerals for the repairs, Captain.
well, Commander, why don't you go ahead and nope out of this call? And
I will say that, Commander, do not harvest minerals from this location. That would cause a significant problem if these were disturbed.
Could you help me find a location that would be suitable for the extraction of this? Since I may not be able to tell on my own.
Working.
Doctor, did I hear a dot matrix printer? or was that from the rock opera? It's all confusing. It's all blending together.
And as Flo is reaching out with her well, I guess you could call it a mind, she actually starts freezing up slightly and glitching, and at that point, Bahal is removed from the call.
that's a little disconcerting.
You should have called collect, Captain.
Yeah. I'm worried about ending this call and losing the mind of Commander Sivik. I feel that you would still be of use.
I believe you would not have sent me away to attend such a wonderful spectacle as a Klingon rock opera without at least having one or two ensigns ready to work engineering.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring any of them.
Ensign Spot is really put out. Yes.
I'm here to hold it together, sir. Right now it's taco night.
We were unable to.
Commander Arya, your Betazoid brain, would it allow any kind of like extra brain in there?
Yes. Yes, I could. I guess I could try to, reach out and communicate. I don't know how successful I would be with the AI, but certainly with a hot cortexing, if you will. But I will need to know what sort of thing you're trying to determine before I reach out. Is there anything specific that you are looking to know?
Oh, I just want to know if we can get just for the time being until we get past this this issue, if when we leave this call you could carry Sivik around with you, if that makes any sense. Could you be a conduit of sorts?
Captain, alternatively, I could always just hop, as much as it may sadden me, leave the concert prematurely, hop in the shuttlecraft that brought me here, and return to the Norway. I estimate that would take me approximately
please. A couple of days. It's a couple of day trip.
Frick on a stick.
Yes. I believe that the speed of plot says there is a reason they arrived in the Scorpion class shuttle. Or an Arrow class, sorry.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be the only way. So yes.
This is the way.
do that.
All right. Well, if that is the case, then I don't see any other further purpose of us being in this conference call. I think we need to start getting our hands dirty.
I too, Captain, believe this meeting could have been done in an email.
Just make sure you CC me on that, please.
So I will need a reason and security check. Let's go with medicine just to mess you guys. Yes, reason and medicine for everyone. Difficulty level 1. To cleanly and carefully break from this intertwining.
Okay.
Target 12. I got a 12 and a 17.
All right, that's 2 points. That's a boop bump, as it were.
I'm sorry, Q. What did you say the checks were?
Reason and medicine.
Thank you. I got 2 successes, 2 10s against a 13.
All right. You know how to put band-aids on the boo-boos.
I got a 5 and a 7 against a 14.
Okay. Oh, you guys have already jammed up your little bit. And, dear Captain, have you walked out of this? Have we done a thing?
I got a 2.
Oh, that's good.
And a 20.
That's even funnier. And I believe I have to go and dig up my consequence badge, don't I?
I don't like the consequence.
Oh no, you'll have so much fun with this. As we go, deck. Nope. I am noping out of here, people. All right, you do indeed leave the collective mind, and I have to go back and grab a former piece of scenery before you entered this link just by simply booping Snoots. Wow, you have been in here for a long time. Your clothes must really smell bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bright out here.
Well, actually, there is an interesting situation with that. Where's that? Uppy. Consequence. And you have 6 of that. I have, I think I had 5 of that. Captain Roland and Instant Civic. Or, I'm sorry, Engineer Civic.
Yes.
Well, does anyone understand the term really hot brain now? Captain Roland, you are now enmeshed in the Aria Civic duo personality.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So yes, your body lays upon the ground, and yes, and so hopefully no one will draw anything on it. As tempting as that might be.
Oh no, my shoes are still on. No, I fell asleep with my shoes on. That's bad.
Sorry about the Sharpie on your face.
Yeah.
So yes, you have you have all well, 2 of you anyway are walking around. And at this point, who gets to control Arya's body at this point?
Oh, Commander Arya or Dr. Arya.
Yeah, I don't want to take agency away.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's like, nope, this is stopping right here.
Oh, thanks, Espinoza. Really glad. Hey, we got a first-time chat from Espinoza916. Have to head out, but what a treat to run across your stream. Love the aesthetics. I'll catch you folks later. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you again. We do this and other formats on other days. So thanks a lot.
Yes. If he really cared, he would have stuck around.
That's our cue.
I don't care if that babies cry. That's just what they do. It's in their job description. And a romantic conquest can wait for another day.
Oh, Commander
Well,
Arya,
yes.
you missed the consequence of
Oh,
my
she did.
role. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I had to put the baby to bed.
No, you're
Baby to
you're
bed.
fine.
Because, like most small babies, he is not continent, and he has to.
Oh, I knew he shit on you.
He
knew
didn't. He didn't. But I realized what time it was. I was like, nope, not waiting for that. And he waited till he got in his cage. Sorry, everybody.
it. 30.
I'm so proud of him that he waited.
Well, your brain's a little bit more crowded than you had originally intended because
How
now
many of you are in here?
my body is lying on the ground and I'm in here with you all.
That's like 4 less than usual, so it's fine. Okay,
Actually,
typical
this is a
Tuesday.
I mean, the interesting thing is, as a beta Z, Arya, you have you understand and are used to intimacy in this fashion,
Oh boy.
emotional and intellectual intimacy. I believe.
Was having a
Civic,
hot cortex flash.
Yeah. Civic? I forget. Did you ever learn the technique of mind melding?
Great question. I do not believe so. No.
Okay.
I was.
You are wholly unprepared for this level of intimacy. And I'm not talking, get your minds out of the gutter, 21st century people.
Get
This is
his
a
mind
far
out of my
more-
mind.
It's a far more
Talk to me
interesting
about where
thing.
minds are.
Yes,
Minds are not
there's
where they're supposed to be.
My mind's up here, friends. My mind is up here. And also, Captain, you two are not prepared. I don't believe have you had a mind meld or any form of empathic experience in the past?
No, I keep
Perhaps
trying to get
something
I
to that
keep
though?
trying to get Civic to mind meld me because I'm just curious. I'm a scientist. I want to know for science, but he never wants to do it.
Oh, it's a technique I'm hoping to learn, Captain.
Who said that? Where did you come from?
Yes. And at this point, I will say one other thing. Because of the leaky situation, Beta Zeds live in a state of complete honesty, as we know from Loaxana. And so secrets as telepaths, secrets are very, not anathema, but there's something that we don't want to do. Captain, is there something deep and emotional or possibly, something that you prefer to keep hidden that obviously you can't control when you realize this level of intimacy?
My
A sentence, color, a statement, a scene, a tableau. It doesn't have to be a word.
One thing that that the captain keeps to himself. When he decided to join Starfleet, he also was he offered a position at the Daystrom Institute, which is where his parents went. His parents were completely against him going to the Starfleet Academy, and they completely disowned him. And he doesn't really talk about that. So that's pretty much the one thing that the captain keeps locked up in his brain to himself more than anything else.
And Civic, I don't know if you have anything specific you are prepared to share. Again, it could be a situation, a tableau, a word, a color.
As it currently relates to our situation and per the captain's requests, he would likely learn that I have every intention to fulfill a complete and honest log. when I return to the Norway.
That's all you got for truth or dare, huh, buddy?
You didn't ask for much, Q. That one's on you.
Just a deep, dark secret. That's all I ask.
Very well. If you are not pleased with that,
I'm going to, this is the only time, because I was not clear in my instructions, I am not using this threat to compel you to do anything. I'm using this reduction of threat as an apology. Is that all right?
No, that's fine. I had an option too if you weren't satisfied with that one.
Okay. Option 2 is good. I just did not want. Basically, I don't want to take anything away from you as a player, and I'm not to use threat as the little cue hand to move you around the chessboard. That's what the group chat's for. Good. And those pictures I all have of you, and you know what they are. And once Facebook comes back, I will remind you of that. Thank you again.
7 pictures of somebody eating avocado toast.
Yes.
Facebook blackmailing your friends since 2008.
You won't have to look very far on my page.
Oh, I feel this is a challenge for the home audience. Please don't do that.
Favorite Karen food.
Please don't do that. I want to get someone actually captured, one of you captured on video being a manager saying, time enough to lean, time enough to clean. Just so that we know that you're capable of inhumanity. So, good devil, if you wish to come back, werewolves awaken.
Hold on. I seem to find myself in quite a perplexing position.
Hey, you got yourself in it. You can get yourself out.
I don't know if anyone whoever has encountered a bear trap is going to take that advice. Find that advice sound.
I was gonna say that's what she said.
That's what she said.
So
our minds are up here.
Well,
sorry.
So my option 2 that I had, they would probably be able to detect my still to this day, almost an emotional hatred towards the, or not hatred, we'll say strong distaste for the Vulcan Science Academy. Perhaps something I have not spoken at. Or spoken about, if I could speak English today.
Oh, when you lost your good friend to a Romulan ghost?
Yes, and they took a swim. It was tragic.
Arya, now you're in the situation of just can't help it. So you can decide embarrassing or not, joyful, happy, any of your thoughts that you want to just reveal, and they could even form the basis of, I don't know, a side trek when the time arises when it's you that when other players are not able to attend. So if you have a thought or an emotion or a color or a smell or a tableau.
Yeah, I was reflecting that after everything that we've talked about this night, about how, it seems like there's something going on in Starfleet. I was reflecting on how genuine I find our crew to be, our captain, and I don't have any sensations of anything that is being hidden or covered up, but I did have feelings like that while I was at the academy amongst some of the higher ups, and I always tried to dismiss it. And tell myself it was something else. But now that this information has come to light, I'm worried for the captain. I'm worried for the crew. I'm worried, the repercussions of us essentially trying to keep this to ourselves, and how it's going to weigh on the captain and the rest of this crew.
Yes. And security man, you simply watch this one person just sort of standing there. you have no clue what's happening.
That's not any different from any other time.
But
Except when I'm
yes,
performing my duties, of course, Captain. Of course, when I'm performing my duties, I know exactly what's going on at all times in every corner of the ship. It's getting hot in here.
yeah.
I'll get
It's
you
the
out of it.
cortex.
Seeing Captain Sykes' lifeless body on the ground, I'll simply, however you do in the spiritual realm, turn to Captain Sykes. Captain, you've never looked better.
I've always been told I was a peaceful sleeper.
He's like a wee little baby, but he needs a shave. Bit hairy. There
Don't
is
shave me.
There is a. I believe we found the quote for the game.
Yeah, that's an order.
Don't shave me.
Don't shave me. That's an order. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, security officer, I feel as though when we detached from the creature, the captain and Sivek, they didn't return to their original state. I can sense that the captain is talking to me, and I sense Sivek's presence as well. I think that we need to try to get the captain's body to a safe location as quickly as possible so we can figure out how to get him back in his body.
So you mean to tell me that I shouldn't be putting his left hand in a bucket of warm water right now? I mean, yes,
oh,
of course.
hold on just a second. I fear it's too late. That's a threat right there. Yes, I'm afraid the captain, you have succumbed to your inner joker that is all Trill. The inner joker, the Trill. It's a good thing that the uniforms don't cover. That's why it's black on the bottom.
Doctor, if you would be so kind as to let Commander Bejor know that I can hear him and I can see him.
Oh.
Yeah, Bejor, he can hear and see everything you're saying.
Oh. It wasn't me.
There's not much that's going to go in my report, but this is definitely going in it.
Well, Captain, if you would like to report that I stuck your hand in a bucket of warm water, by all means, please do that.
Bejor, stop messing around. Take his body to the ship so we can get him out of my head.
Only if you promise to forget about this, Captain.
Look, I just want to get him back. I just want to get back in my body and change my uniform.
He said you're
All
fired.
right, here we go.
No, I want to know, Mr. Security Man. The captain may be incredibly heavy, and you may just simply have to drag him by his feet and have his head bounce on the roof.
No, he's not going to do that. No, he's not going to do that.
Ow, ow, I can feel that. Ow, ow, I feel that. Ow, ow, I feel that.
I trained at the Hollow Gym for this. I can handle it just fine. Thank you very much.
The trick is to lift with your back in a jerking and twisting motion.
Captain, did you eat asparagus yesterday?
The penis jokes last week. Now we're doing pee jokes. We're just hitting all of the maturity levels here.
High
So
bar
glad I'm
for
in the middle
comedy.
of
High
Again.
bar.
Again, we did discuss this being the penis.
That's right. That's right. We've come full circle.
I'm so glad I'm in the middle of this. So glad I get to parlay this.
Doctor, I do apologize, and please, don't dig too deep into my brain. I don't feel comfortable here. That's not to say that your brain is an uncomfortable place. It's just that you know what? I'm gonna shut up now.
I need an adult.
You were adulting.
Bejor, would you please put your back into it? It's getting all heavy over here.
Now we're already there.
Oh, good.
Now open your inner eye a little wider. We're already there, Doc.
That's cool. You'll get hurt.
As soon as Q figures out how to copy and paste, yes, you will all be there very soon. At this point, if you wish to, Sivik, while this is not necessarily your area of specialty, perhaps there's a Kolinar discipline or mantra you could teach the captain that would help him begin to isolate and wall himself off, and by that walling off, be detached and return to his body? Is there sort of a mantra? Does anyone have a mantra that they would suggest that would be a Kotrick mantra in the audience?
So, in the audience.
Oh no, you were the audience. I just was like giving you some backup.
The value of often the simplest solution is the correct one. I believe early on in this encounter, when I first telepathically connected to Dr. Arya, I believe I even threatened you, Q, with simply not breathing for a little while. And by virtue of doing so, breaking my meditation and taking me back, full body, mind, and soul, to the Klingon rock opera.
So we could make the captain's body stop breathing for a while?
Or just have him learn how to he would have to learn how to meditate to the point where he suppresses all emotion. Q, to be honest with you, the captain's an emotional man, and I've met Vulcans with full-blown ADHD. It's gonna take me a little while.
Yes, I believe that is a challenge. Arya, is there any possible Bajoran meditation technique or mantra that would possibly help someone fall into themselves?
Are you, sorry, I'm going meta for a minute. Are you asking me if I have any foci? Like anything
No, I'm actually asking you to come up with
okay, I wanted to just make sure.
Listen, a bit of an improvisational exercise.
Yes,
this role playing thing.
Or have maybe something you learned in Starfleet Medical School.
No, I can totally improvise. I was just making sure I was going meta for a second to make sure that's what she wanted, because I didn't want to make something up and you'd be like, that's not on her character sheet anywhere.
All right. How many sessions have we been playing together, Rado? When have I ever said, well, that's not on your character sheet? You think I have the character sheet here with me? We are trusted brothers. Well, brothers and sisters, but not in that way. We are very trusting.
In which case, I do believe I know how to conduct a meld.
I believe that you could probably give him something that would help him withdraw into himself. Perhaps when he's moody and has had a bad day at school and puts it in his earbuds and just blasts it into his head.
It's not a phase, Mom. It's not a phase.
Yes, a deep wallow. What kind of music?
Yes, there is a technique that we used to use for when we were practicing telepathy and communication with other humans. What I will do is I will go over. We can try it, Captain. I will go over and I will hold your hands. You're still breathing, obviously. Your body is still breathing. So all we need to do is try to transfer your mind back into your body. So if we can just take deep breaths and you can just envision a blank white slate, and I just want you to repeat the lyrics over and over in your head to the song Surrender by The Clash. And you should be able to jump back in your body.
And who would like to begin? And hopefully we will not sing well enough to trip the copyright problem.
Well, in times like these, I typically go a different route, and first I drink a whiskey drink, then I drink a vodka drink, followed by a lager drink, and a cider drink. Once I've done all this, I sing the songs that remind me of the good times and the songs that remind me of the best time.
This doesn't seem to be helping the captain. Captain, is there a song that is more meaningful to you that you really feel that it makes you feel centered and calm?
Yes, I do. And please, we have to hurry because now I think I'm starting to watch The Doctor as a child. I hate memories. I got to get out of here. What? Wow, you were very popular in school.
Indeed.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
because she made the best cookies.
Okay, so a
minds are up
song
here, folks.
that means a lot to me.
A song that makes you feel very centered.
Got it.
And very in control.
I'm a Barbie
Okay.
girl.
I believe yes. What do you, Captain? Which do you feel more responding to? Medical officer, would you care to share some of the lyrics that you were taught in medical school? I believe that was what they used for the transcranial stimulus and setting people up for deep cryosleep. Was that Clash song? And you
Yes.
were taught. Remember how they used to teach "Staying Alive" as the CPR rhythm?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And this
because
is
that
First, I was
song.
afraid.
Because
I was
that's-
petrified. I knew. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong song.
Yes. No, that song, the Clash song, worked for that particular person, but it's specific to the person who is trying to center themselves.
Doctor,
Which is why
I think I
have to find something.
have the song.
Okay. What is it?
Hold on just a second. I need to find out if you have the song.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put in the chat here what song I'm going to do. So if anyone wants to join in, they can. But
I don't know the word.
neither do I.
There's
I had to
words
pull
to
'em up.
that?
I had to pull them up. I had to pull them up, but this is gonna be so good.
Thank you so much.
I feel this. I sense that Google is being accessed all over the Starfleet subspace domain. But I believe that it does not. It does need to be spoken solemnly, as it is your meditative chant.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I believe that melody is not a thing, and
Yes.
slowly, as the crew realizes what it is, they will join with their captain. But the captain must lead, as the CMO has said. You're holding his hand. You're
Yes,
touching
I have
his hand
both
to
of
his
his hands.
chest.
I have my forehead against his, and I'm
Yes.
trying to match his breathing, and he's going to envision just a blank sheet of paper, nothing else, and then just center himself with the lyrics to this song.
I said, certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy. Make that pull-out game weak. Woo! Ah. Yes.
Is anyone going to
Yes.
join and help the captain?
Yes.
In this.
Yeah, you fucking with some
wet ass pussy.
Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got
for this
wet ass pussy. Beat it up. Catch a
N-word.
charge. Extra
large and
extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top. I want to ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come
take a dive.
Take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I wear a disguise.
Oh,
I want you to
perfect place
park.
to spot on that one. At this point,
And I
need
feel him leave my head.
I need a fitness and a fitness and
fitness and what? What are we fitting?
Insight. A fitness and insight roll. For both of you. Actually, fitness and insight. Now, unfortunately, Engineer Sivik was not able to participate fully in this, as Ponfar has not yet reached him. I believe the Klingons probably have a similar song, and anyone in the chat who cares to come up with the Klingon equivalent to that song is welcome to just enjoy the heck out of themselves from a moment of geekdom. But at this point, both of you need to generate essentially 4 successes between you.
I'm
You
gonna
get by. Yep.
What are the attributes? I'm sorry.
Attributes are fitness and insight.
Fitness, more like fitness dick in that wet ass pussy.
I have fitness and insight both as attributes, so I have a 9 for both. Is that right?
Oh, that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
It would be. Let's go with command or
I think
medicine.
I broke the engineer.
Fitness plus command or medicine.
Perfect.
Okay. So that's 13 for me. How many rolls do I have?
You have 2 dice, unless you wish to buy more. You need a total of 4 successes.
I have 2.
You have 2 dice,
Okay.
unless you wish to buy more.
I'll buy one.
You need 4 successes.
If that's okay
I
with
bought
everybody.
one.
Did you?
I bought one.
You bought what?
Yep.
What
I'll
are
buy
you
one
telling
as
me?
well.
So you're telling me these things after the fact. Okay, so you're down to a pool of 4. You're each rolling 3 dice, and
I have a target of Yep, I have a target of 13, and I got a 5, a 13, and a 15. So I got 2.
Okay.
I did my.
Wow, good job. That's always
That's
the die that
awesome.
you bought misses. CMO, what was your thing?
I haven't gone yet. So I have fitness and science, so my target is 13, and I have
It was medicine. That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the same. Sorry. So
Okay. Yep.
yeah.
Thank you.
I have a 2, a 6, and a 12.
All right, and I believe that's 3 successes.
I was like,
correct?
that third die I bought's gonna be like a 20.
Yeah, that
It always works that way.
only if and as a meta, because this is a player, not a character. Only if Good Devil or Armin rolls it.
No.
A 20.
We are really good at that.
You will provide the necessary spice that drives the situation forward. Anyway, Captain, you have suddenly appeared in your own body. I
booped you back into your snoot.
Yeah, macaroni in a pot.
Yes. And you also actually feel a bit of a sense of loneliness at this point.
Oh.
Because you're probably still going to be mumbling the song as you come out of it. Yeah.
He just did boop snoot.
Grab a bucket and a mop.
Yeah, he goes and asks the replicator for a bucket and a mop. But you are now at least somewhat detached and back into your body. And I do not recall after that little bit of interest what were the plans? There was a plan of bury it deep, a plan of kick it down the road.
We still have to get Sivik out, don't we?
Well, Sivik doesn't have necessarily a place to go to, so the captain, as with everything, is worried about his friends abandoning him. So that's why he wants to keep Sivik around.
Sivik, are you still in there?
Yes, he is. I can hear him thinking.
Sivik, once you get back to the Norway, we have a discussion that we need to have. I'm not saying that I picked up on any things when we were all together, but I'm not saying that I didn't either.
Oh, are you referring to the fact that we all learned nice little things about each other?
Well, maybe we should just keep these all to ourselves. You know.
Perhaps the revelation that you didn't stop moisturizing your mattress until the age of 13.
That was one time. It was one time, and I drank too much Tang.
Captain, he was talking to me. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, just outed yourself.
I'm sure he would never say something like that to his captain.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say it out loud, and he can't hear me anymore.
Someone's gonna be scrubbing plasma conduits when we get back.
Well, if the captain wishes to play metagaming and act like he heard what I just said, by all means.
I feel that actually, as this occurs, that I don't believe that Arya actually holds back and freely shares her ability to speak with Good Devil. Whenever he thinks something, he says it.
It's all a big plot hole.
It's like Family Guy. Stewie, does he actually talk? Do they understand him? What's going on there?
To follow, like, who knows what
Yeah.
and who can hear who. Wait, what if I spit Sivik in with the captain?
No. Nope.
And then
Immediately.
you guys can work it out and leave
I'm making this a direct order. No. I've
However,
bonded
I
enough
will
with
have to
Sivik
say-
for
I will
this
have
week.
to say that
Doctor's order.
yeah, actually, she does have an ability
can
called
pull-
Doctor's Orders.
Yeah, for my own mental health, I'm doctor's ordering myself. Get him out of my head.
That'd be way better than holodeck.
I'm going
episode.
back to the net for a nap.
However,
There's a holodeck with a
the-
cabana and a beach boy.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but to hear. The doctor wishes me out of her head.
Hey, Meta, I was just trying to keep you involved with the plot. Okay, you do whatever you want. You know, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to have agency over your plot, your character. There, you do what you want.
No, that's fine. I'll keep him. He's fine. He's fine where he is.
So I was while you were all deciding, Sivik, who's got the Sivik, or hide the Sivik.
No, that's not play Hide the Civic. No. Hide the Civic is our Lords and Ladies of Fate After Dark show.
Yes, it does indeed
Instead
get more.
of the ring
more
light, we have
juicy.
candles.
Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
God, it would be a one-man show because that would be a show hosted by QNC. Come on.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, Bruce Gaskin says he wants to play Hide the Civic.
Who doesn't?
I believe that we're going to make that the next adventure.
Yeah.
If I may, we're to the point now where you're going to have to pay for the next time you want to play Hide the Civic.
Oh, first one's
It
free.
isn't free.
I would like you, Bruce Gaskin, to please assume the position. Thank you very much. All right.
Yeah, you just have to say lyrics and you can have him in your head.
Nope.
Actually, no, it isn't the captain's lyrics. It would be Civik's lyrics at this point. Because
That's what
it's
I'm
Civik's
saying.
version.
That's what I'm saying. If he wants out, if he wants to get in anybody else's head, we're gonna near some lyrics.
I feel
from
like
him.
we are trying to find solutions to a problem that is not as important as the problem that's staring us directly in the face right now.
Oh, you mean a star going supernova? No. This is way more important, Captain.
That's a mere
And again,
300 years
I
away.
tell
You'll
you,
be dead
if
by
you
then.
think it's such a
Plenty
treat,
of
why
time.
don't you have him in for a while and tell me how well you can focus on solving moral dilemma?
Yes, Commander Burkazen, I am 100% for you having Civic if you would like.
Have
Please,
you ever
by all
had
means.
a Klingon rock opera song stuck in your head? It's kind of like that.
My pat left brings all the boys to the yard, and damn, I teach you that I had to charge.
I think for the rest,
I'll
the
keep my
rest of the
opinions to
game. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I think before we got into all this, we kind of determined like telling Starfleet anything is not a good idea. And while Captain, I think you and I could agree that Sivik has his feelings about it, he can't say anything right now. So I say we try to figure out option D, help them without Starfleet's involvement, or try to at least figure out if there's something else we're missing so that we could figure out why Starfleet would have hid this.
maybe on the vessel that houses Flo, maybe Commander Berkazin, maybe there's some sort of file or files that are locked away that may shed a little bit more light on what transpired here or what's going on.
We could ask Flo. We've asked her a lot of questions about the way that the planet operates. We've asked her a lot of questions about what she's doing. But perhaps we could also ask her, if she has any information on her origin, or if she, just if she could point us in that kind of direction.
Absolutely. Let's head to the worker bee.
You do have these, right?
Thumbs. Tricorders. Oh yeah, hey,
I don't think that's a tricorder sound.
It's a communicator. Call a ship.
Commander, are you there?
And you seem to receive dead air from the good commander. Perhaps he's just feeling a little blue.
Well, that's not good.
But you indeed may have to go there if you wish to find out what's happening.
You
can home in on his badge to find out exactly where he is.
Absolutely, let's do that. Let's try to track him down.
All right. Again, a pretty simple situation. You have your tricorders. He has an open comm badge, and he mentioned that he was in a Starfleet worker bee from the 23rd century. So, not too difficult of a task for you to. And you get a heading and bearing, and off you pop. Yeah, there you go. I've got to find the clearing with worker bee.
Oh, this is so great. I have an arm. I think about moving my arm. I can move my arm. This is so wonderful. I have legs. Wait, I should make sure I don't say that around Flo.
Yeah, that's probably a thing to keep to yourself. Best to keep that to yourself. I'm only down to 2 threat. However, am I going to make things difficult for you when the time comes? So, you do have. I'm just going to pop you all over there. I assume you're just walking straight toward the worker bee?
Yep.
And not metagaming?
No metagaming. We've metagamed enough.
Have you meted? You do see a shuttle, and you see actually unconscious on the ground, your executive officer. Oh no.
No.
And I don't know if anyone really cares. They're just going to draw something on his face.
Doctor, if you would check on the good commander.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over and scan him with my tricorder and make sure that he's still alive, make sure that he's still breathing, make sure that his heart's still beating.
I would like to take agency of the doctor's right arm and simply slap ball in the cheek a few times.
It doesn't work like that.
Darn. This is Dr. Arya. This is why I have a 1 in medicine.
You just simply need a barely 1 success on medical and reason.
Do it, Stevic.
Oh, you're gonna let him slap him?
Oh no, I thought he wanted to scan him. Just a 1 success. Reason and medicine, you said?
Yes.
I need a 14. I got a 16 and a 14.
Wow, that was cutting it fine. Yes, so
I hit him on the face with the tricorder by accident.
Yes, I believe you poked the little scanning thing straight into his eye.
A boopy Snoot.
You pulled out your wrench instead of your tricorder.
Yes. So
I've been eating it a lot lately.
Yes. So it appears that your executive officer he's unconscious. He's probably suffering actually would seem that there's an odd affliction. Well, actually, yeah, this patch of crystals that he is on, this geography. Your tricorders do pick up also these waves coming off of this location, and you do get a sense of him actually getting overwhelmed by the wavelengths of the crystals. They seem to not be jiving with his mind. Like the rest of you were able to adopt because you were joined with one of the creatures. He's just simply been directly exposed
and
to
he
this
thought,
radiation.
and he thought he was the smart one for not booping the snoot. Turns out
Yes.
we were the smart ones.
No, yes. Some people say no buffers, and that's a bad thing. So he has seemed to have fallen victim to this. But if you wish to contact and discuss things with Flo, she is in the ship, or the door is open. So there's no reason you can't just yell in if you wish.
I'm gonna look at the doctor and say, Doctor, you have this under control?
Captain, so far from what I can tell, he is not in any immediate danger. It seems as though, for being the only one who has not made a connection with the he might be simply overwhelmed. And I'm sorry, I know I'm not pronouncing that right. But I think that maybe the best thing for him to do at this time is to sleep. He may regain consciousness on his own. And if he doesn't, in a short time, I will have no choice but to, we're going to have to boop the snoot for him so he can, experience the same thing that we did, so that hopefully he can also be able to wake back up as we did.
I'm gonna do that thing that all captains or commanding officers do to some of their subordinates, where they just look at them and then they immediately know what they're supposed to do. So I'm gonna look at Commander Bajor as if to let him know, hey, grab ball and drag him back to the shuttle. Just give him one of the old the nod back. Yeah, exactly. The nod back. That's
the nod.
Grab and ball, Captain. Grab and ball.
Have you got a stack to put him in?
When did this entire conversation get away from me?
This is just some highbrow comedy right here.
As soon as we started rolling.
This is so true to Gene's vision. We must actually, actually, as a meta thing, if someone can put together an icon that says "True to Gene's vision," whenever we go into the wherever we go into the sexy talk, because I do believe that was Gene's vision. Anyway, so sorry to offend whatever purist that's been hiding under a rock in this. There's all 6 people watching. We deeply apologize. No, we don't. Let's see, what do I have loaded up here? Something in my all right, yes. I'm gonna pop Flo in as you can speak with her. So you are just we're just gonna send the security officer and the XO just kind of back to the shuttle, or just prepare to.
Yes, because Captain, I am concerned. And I'm sure I'm going to catch it for this because he can hear me. But, when we were all experiencing this and we were all, kind of collectively conscious, I know that you felt the same thing that I did, that Civic, for, just reasons that are just true to his nature, is not going to write anything false or watered down in his report. I believe that it will be completely honest. And so I am concerned that if I am present for anything that Flo tells you, that's more information that he is going to have. I don't know if I should be there with you while you're asking her all of these questions, about what is going on or what might be going on in Starfleet, because, we're not going to be able to keep it to ourselves.
You make a very good point. God Goddamn Vulcan honesty.
Dark.
All right. Yes. Maybe.
I'll stay with our blue ball, and I will monitor his vitals. I will stay with him. If he needs a lullaby, I'll let Sivik sing it, and we will just continue to monitor his condition, see if he shows any signs of arousal, and perhaps continue to run tests and see if we can find some treatment.
All right. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. Also, Captain, I just have to tell you, he was thinking, leave it to the captain to find the positive in having all but one of his first officers unconscious. He so badly needed an engineer as he left the other 12 on the ship.
Well, unfortunately, the Starfleet didn't really give us a full deck to play with here. We came here with a quarter of the information. So you go ahead and do that. I'll go into the worker bee and see if I can't shake Flo down.
All
Okay,
right,
so
Captain.
who have we gotten? Who are we moving out away from the shuttle?
I'm just
Everyone
gonna be.
except the captain.
Yeah, Sivik can't know about this,
Captain.
and so I can't either.
Oh man. At this point, Mr. Security Man, that means you don't necessarily need to. That means you don't necessarily need to be not here, or you don't necessarily need to go back.
Actually, yeah,
that
I
was-
would prefer to have somebody here. So if we're gonna do it this way, maybe we keep security here.
Yeah, I think that's better than having me. It just could be a liability.
I appreciate your brutal candor, as always, Doctor.
Thank you, Captain, and I'm sorry about your parents.
You know what? We'll talk about this later.
You don't have
Or
to.
maybe
I
not.
already know, so.
Okay then. Wasn't prepared to talk
Everything.
about that today.
Everything. No, of course. Go.
And then I'll kind of like give Commander Verkazen kind of like that little elbow nudge, and then start walking into the worker bee.
Okay. Are you coming, Commander?
And I would like Commander Burkhazen to look back at me as he's walking off, like, what was that about? And I just give him a care of him.
Once the doctor's out of earshot and it's just me and security, I'm gonna kind of look over and go, man, the doctor really likes to talk about feelings a lot, doesn't she?
You have no idea, Captain.
All right, well let's Flo, are you in here?
Hi there.
Hey, Flo, so there are
Well,
logs and there are logs and whatnot in this worker bee, right?
Oh, there is definitely whatnot in this worker bee. Yes.
Oh, perfect. I'm looking for anything that might be considered classified or locked behind some sort of firewall, something that it was deliberately hidden. And if you help me, could I use my focus in holodeck gaming to maybe program her some legs?
I don't see that would be a terrible thing. Without a holo emitter, it would be interesting.
Well, I mean, she's got a. How does she do what she does now?
She is an AI, so it's like, oh, let me get you in. Let me put you into really. It's a worker bee. Really. It's not just an upcycled set.
This is Star Trek. We don't upcycle our sets. The Voyager set. The Voyager set was definitely not the First Contact set. Definitely did not use any of the same assets whatsoever.
that. And I'm bringing Flow over. Copy this, copy that. All right. You do have, yes, I do have access to some logs. There might even be, it might be worth you making a dice roll so that I could access some of that information. Perhaps a logical conundrum, or you could sing me a song or tell me about how great my legs will be.
Oh, your legs are going to be
Perhaps
really good.
Perhaps there is a song about legs that you wish to share and about how someone uses them.
She got legs. She knows how to use them.
Yep, that was what I was going for. It's the musical comedy episode. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, there will be the puppet episode. Trust me. Everyone will have a paper bag puppet.
I got a sock puppet somewhere around here.
Yes. Well, don't give away the secret of our ratings. Ha! Okay, maybe that was a bit. Yeah, I believe that Twitch frowns upon that. So as you pull up records, there's entries from the security chief, the Vulcan engineer, and Ensign Harrison Volt.
I'd like to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and there seems to be a level of encryption. Oh, that was good. There seems to also be a level of encryption on them, which will require some little work to pop open. I don't know who has cryptography in codes. Or who might
not.
do. How about Mr. Security Man? It's very fortunate you stayed behind, because I believe that if comms were still a thing in the 24th century, I'd ask you to make a communications roll. But I believe this is going to be a conn, C-O-N-N, and reason roll.
That would put me at a 13.
You will need 2 successes. Maybe, well, actually, you'll need 3 successes. And if necessary, the captain might be able to assist if he has such a roll, if he wants to make a roll.
I mean, I have a decent reason con, but I don't really have any like foci that.
Well, you just need 3 successes.
All right.
Well,
as an assist. We're supposed to help each other. This is part of it. You could also use insight and con.
Well, I just did my roll.
And how did we do?
Oh no, I'm losing my connection.
How we do,
Losing my connection here.
No. Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
No, I have I'm rolling against the 13. I got a 4 and a 19.
Oh. Well, this is going to be interesting. It's all down to the captain and his no roll.
I got an 8.
Okay, so you have 2 successes, but you fall short. All I'm saying is that this is some very interesting and unusual cryptography that's applied to these people's logs. So, and you might be able to attempt to redecode, or even maybe ask, take some other approach to have maybe Flo attempt to break her own encryption.
Flo, these files seem to be encrypted. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, you are an AI. I'd imagine cracking encryption's not anything for you.
And they're going to be really nice legs.
They are going to be really nice legs.
Oh, well, I feel that command and let me see, what is the other one? Yeah, command and presence would perhaps help you. You can either do this logically or emotionally.
Command and presence.
Okay. You need 3 successes on command and presence. And since you chimed in, and you could possibly sing her a song that you were just singing.
I am gonna purchase.
And
I'm
you
gonna
get an assist roll.
I am
You
going to
can get
purchase a
an assist
die
roll if
just
you
in
do.
case.
You're purchasing a die? Okay, so
Mhm.
you'll be rolling 3 die. Commander, if you sing security, if you sing a song, you are quite able to roll an assist die. If you do not wish to debase yourself for betterment of your team.
I'm trying to think
Of
of
course
something
he
original.
does.
I'm trying to think of something original.
Cautious command, cautious command, cautious command. Thank goodness. Oh,
The first time everyone said, play it safe, play it safe, play it safe, play it safe.
okay,
Oh.
sweet. So my goal is 15. I have an 8, a 13, and a 15. Got all 3
Woo!
myself.
Well,
Chef
Captain
kiss.
carries the day, has discussed with the
There's
AI.
a first time for everything.
Yes.
Couldn't
So,
you have waited to say the third one until after he sang the song?
I was trying to get him off the hook, you know. That's just what the captain does. You know, the captain sees discomfort. He's just trying to relieve it.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate it. If I ever have thoughts of mutiny, I will suppress them.
You do that.
But I'll know.
So what I'm going to say is that you do persuade Flo, and she said, "Wow, this is kind of, yeah. Hold on, just a second, please. I need to find my soundboard to indicate what I'm doing here in the old school." And oh no, I'm still not finding it. Nope. I practice, but I don't have a real context for some of the encoding glyphs. Hold on, and I'll put them up on the main display.
23rd century, everything had to load.
Everything had to load. Hey, we are
Mom's
working
on the
with
phone. Dial-up's taking forever.
we are taking memory banks here.
Don't look, Stevic. Don't look.
I've had my microphone on mute this entire time. Yeah, I'm not here. I won't meta.
Let me see. Let me see what we got here. At that point, we should probably cut back. Should we cut back to you two, or are you two okay?
We're fine. We're just talking to each other.
You okay? Are you running the room with the tiny little minds that try and keep up with this vast plot? The chief of security is you pop up his log. That's one of 3 that you're able to decrypt. And it's security chief Moffat. And obviously he is.
I'm worried this could become a terrible weapon. And this should be sustained or suppressed until we have a chance to analyze it with Starfleet.
It's Facebook.
Yes.
What? This wasn't supposed to be in my public page? Hold on. I have to set my privacy settings again.
No, I meant the terrible weapon.
The next log is I do not give permission for Facebook to use any of my personal pictures that I have posted because I saw someone else copy paste this exact same
Access
thing.
my microphone.
But Chief Lieutenant Marvin, you agree to that when you agree to the terms and conditions.
You
I
didn't
believe
read them?
that is what happens. That's what's said to all Starfleet officers as they melt on the transporter. All the terms and conditions.
I know that I'm not there right this second, but do we have any way of knowing, like, if this had been transmitted to somebody? Like, is there any way to find out if this is just a log or if any messages were ever sent to anybody at Starfleet, like communicating what they had found to their higher ups? An outbox, if you will.
Actually, if you want to ask, Captain, someone who's on site may need to act as a parrot on the bridge.
Absolutely. Flo, did any of these logs make their way? Were any of these transmitted off of this planet?
Off the planet? Well, I'm on the planet. I don't know about what would be off. All I know is I woke up here with all of these logs and memories and actually a sense of purpose intact.
Flo, can you turn your ears off?
Well, I have ears, but they don't act as switch. They're not a switch.
Okay then. Hey, Commander Burkhazen, follow me outside of the worker bee for just a moment.
Right behind you, Captain.
Hi.
We'll
Hi.
be
Hi.
right back. We'll be right back, Flo. Don't
Hi.
worry. Don't you worry.
Okay, because I hold on just a second. I need to do
Working
this.
on those legs. Working on the legs.
I hate to see you go, but I'd love to see you both walk away.
Because we got legs.
Oh, this one time the mind was up here. All right, good.
As soon as we're out of where,
Pickup range? Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna look at the commander and go, if this could become a terrible weapon, maybe our initial decision is wrong.
Which initial decision?
To kick this can down the road. Maybe we have to blow it all up.
It could be possible that maybe.
I mean, if we hadn't, if 123 years ago, if the crew of the Halsemeyer never interfered at all, the star would have gone nova, and things would have just moved on. Correct?
Agreed. And we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Right. I'd be sitting in my quarters probably.
Enjoying tea? Earl Grey? Perhaps?
No, actually, Irish breakfast.
Yeah,
Okay.
we literally just lost Quaker Oats on that one. They hung through WAP because it helps deal with the oatmeal, but no.
They bailed as soon as I said anything about.
Oh my God, it's WAP, you boomer.
So, do you think
Access point, buddy.
So, do you think if we got outside of the system to the point where we could effectively get into warp, do you think that we could destroy the satellites that are in orbit or in the system that are keeping this field going?
Nuke from orbit. I'm all over it.
Yeah. I don't know if this is something that I can ask any of my crew to do.
So you want me to do the dirty work?
I was going to take the full brunt and responsibility and do all of the work myself to keep everyone else's conscience clear. If that doesn't bother you.
I don't want to get wrapped up in politics. You say do it, let's do it.
All right, then maybe we should keep this to ourselves so we don't have to worry about the rest of the crew being wrapped into this.
Keep what to ourselves, Captain?
There we go. That's why you're my chief of security.
So, Secret Security, you're only following orders as a very, very
Wayne, I'm so glad you
wait a
said
minute.
it, because
Wait a
when he
minute.
was like, whatever you
The
say,
Q,
I'll
the
just send the
continuum.
Nazis.
Yes. When in
This
doubt,
is for the
genocide.
good
That is
of
truly the
galaxy.
Starfleet way.
It's the only way
I
we're gonna
feel-
get out of this episode is with a final solution, right?
Oh, God.
A solution. One could say a final one. Yeah, that is just too fucking harsh, man.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know what?
we
I
only-
really hope that Commander
Sure.
Ball made the repairs to the shuttle.
No, he did not have an opportunity to. You are kind of, as they say, stuck here.
And he's night right now.
I'm gonna hit the communicator and go, Doctor, this is the captain.
Hello, Captain.
I need as soon as you get back to the shuttle, I need you to let Sivik take a look around and see if there's any quick fix that we can do to get off of this planet as quickly as possible.
Okay, so you want me to walk Sivik around?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay, sure.
We might need to leave at a moment's notice.
Is everything okay, Captain?
Everything is fine. Situation
We're fine
normal.
Everything's good. We're fine here.
Okay, Captain, Ball is still what appears to be unconscious, but he seems to be coming around a little bit. I think whatever exposure he was getting where he was is lessened now. So I'm hoping that he will be awake soon. So I think he's stable to be left here. I can walk Sivik around and see if we can get that done for you.
Wonderful. And if you could also maybe possibly find one male and one female of the Ara and put them on the shuttle as well, for reasons.
They're really cute, aren't they? And then, like, if it was a boy and a girl, then they might have babies, and the babies would probably be really cute.
Doctor, please.
Yes, of course.
No more
yes.
pets.
Fix the ship.
No more pets, Doctor.
Fix the ship.
We have, I believe you have a menagerie already.
No more pets, Doctor.
Most of,
Not
I
until we
believe
get a
that
bigger
most
ship.
of,
One bird is
yes.
not a menagerie.
Not until we get a bigger ship, Doctor.
Yeah, Doctor. Also, if you could let us know if Sivik says that we need anything that we could bring back with us.
Yes, I would. He mentioned a Keurig. I'm not sure where it came from, but I will find out the rest.
Okay, thank you.
yes, I believe the doctor has all of Deck 7 cordoned off to take care of rescue animals and fosters. And right now, the Horda are burning holes through the deck if she's not careful.
Chicken and goats.
Force field must
specifically.
remain in place at all times. For Sivik.
Cloven hoofed animal.
There are many baby goats from Altair 7.
Oh,
They're the ones with the splotchy purple fur.
let's go back.
So you miss your animals, and we just need to blow the planet up. Except that you don't know that.
No.
Is okay. Can I go
The
Maida for a
planet.
second? Could we say that taking them off the planet is also kind of violating the Prime Directive? I mean, what if they use their collective consciousness to retaliate against us for committing what is essentially genocide, and they only know that because we gave them AI to figure it out?
I'll let that be the doctor's decision. If we show up to the shuttle and there are no Ara on board, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
The situation has changed slightly.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Would
I
you
mean,
like to
I don't-
possibly
how
see
do-
another log, Captain? You have 3 more
I
logs.
would like to know how you propose I get them to the ship, because the last time I touched one, you know what happened.
You know what? You make a really good point, Doctor. Just fix the ship and we'll talk when I get back.
Okay, I'll take Sivik around, and we'll see what needs to be done.
Gotcha. And I'll pop back in there and be like, Flo, you still here?
Hi there.
Yeah, did you say there were more logs?
Let me see.
Are they as illuminating as this one?
I wouldn't know. They
Cold
don't provide
sweat
me
in
light.
his
I don't need any light. So what were you talking about?
Oh, just making sure that, Commander Ball was still doing all right. And, we have to make repairs to the ship. So I was just checking in. I'm a captain. So that's kind of, my thing, making sure.
I
things
have,
and stuff.
I do have
and things.
control over this entire work bee and its repair facilities. This is what it was built for.
Could you send the worker bee over to the ship and fix it?
Well, I'd be in it, and I'm right now engaged in coordinating the field so that the star and the stay connected and happy.
How long between the time of
Their
you?
song is so beautiful. You should hear it.
How long after you leave would it take for the field to destabilize and the star to go nova? Do you know?
Well, I have sometimes thought about just getting out and, pretending the pot had legs and stretching those, but I'm very patient. My best simulations were, let's see, dice for her. All right. So, my best guess would be the creatures can survive for at least a few days without me, but the strain on them would be incredible. They wouldn't suffer any permanent damage until after a few days.
How long do you think it would take you to fix the shuttle? I mean, I think the RR are pretty strong. If it would take only a little bit of time.
There are only 1,000 of them, but yes, I think they are all very strong.
Breaking my heart.
And then I'm going to proceed to show you pictures of them and their beautiful faces. Their little boopable snoots.
Do you respect the chain of command flow?
The chain of what?
The chain of command. Like captains above commanders, above lieutenant commanders, above lieutenant.
Well, yes, that happened all the time on our ship.
I'm going to give you an order to take this worker bee over to my shuttle and fix it as fast as possible. And please, by all means, once you're done, you can bring the worker bee straight back here to this point and continue your efforts to amplify the Ara Ara's song.
How does the chain of command work again?
You
said there was a captain,
mm-hmm.
and he never talked about anything with us. He always called Starfleet for help. And then there was a Horta, but he was hibernating. They were hibernating, so they never gave any instructions. And then there was Lieutenant Dracis, and he just really felt like making suggestions. So how does this chain of command work again?
Every commander is different. Some give out suggestions as far as opposed to orders. Me, I give orders, and your rank is not higher than a captain.
What is this rank?
I'm imagining you have a rank of crewman.
But I'm not a man.
Captain, may I for a second?
Absolutely.
Flo, did you say that the captain that was here before reported back to Starfleet and asked questions?
Yeah, he did.
Do you know what questions he asked?
Let me see. I have to search through my memory banks. Hold, please. And I'm going to grab an Esteban thing. Hold on just a second. Here's my thing. There. I have to grab an Esteban picture. Sorry, guys.
The guitarist? Makes a mean guitar.
Were any of them involved? Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay, good. You're going to boop some snoots. Okay. She's going to bring up his ship's log. That. Yeah, so she brings up JT Esteban's log. It is not security encrypted in any way, and it reports them placing, and actually it reports them placing several flag class buoys, and his crew reporting nothing unusual, and he was very happy. He felt that they've stabilized the star, and they were ready to go on to the next mission. And none.
Seems that they had the same idea we did about lying to Starfleet Command.
And they said the worker bee was lost.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we read that part.
Yeah, that part, the captain has it reported as, well, actually, this log entry does not report the worker bee is lost. The log entry you were given reports the worker bee is lost.
Mm-hmm.
And the star date there is a 1 point newer or older than the one that you received. So this was an earlier log. This was up to this point. So you weren't you're receiving an earlier copy of them. You received an updated copy of the log. And I didn't know if you guys wanted to possibly hear any of the other logs. And I don't know if the security man recognizes the encryption. Does anyone in the audience recognize the encryption symbol?
Oh, I know what that is.
I'm sorry, what encryption symbol?
That's this little tag.
Can we just do the Star Trek thing where I've seen that before?
Oh, you absolutely have. If you recognize it, you're absolutely welcome to. In this instance, and I will say, this is now part of your background.
Perfect.
You awareness of this item is still as hush hush it's supposed to be.
Commander Burkhazen.
And do you want to share this and take him into your web of death?
Are you familiar with Section 31? You're muted.
No, Captain. Could you please enlighten me?
Rumor has it that at the start of the birth of the Federation, Starfleet created a clandestine faction that answers only to itself to keep the interests of Starfleet by any means necessary. I've never been one for conspiracy theories, but seeing this log with this symbol here kind of puts it all on the table, doesn't it?
If you're saying what I think you're saying, yes, it does.
Well, if Section 31 wanted this system to maintain itself, I can assure you it was probably for no good for the greater good of the Federation.
Oh.
We're gonna have to blow it up. Oh, did I say that? Did I say that in front of Flo? Yeah, Flo. Can you set a self-destruct on all of the satellites in the system?
As long as we don't get flashy thinged, Captain. I don't want him to get flashy. I don't want to get flashy thinged.
Yeah.
Flo can have a flashy thing. I'm gonna spread some threat. Flo's getting a flashy thing.
No.
I could disable all the remaining satellites. Yes. Would there be any reason you want to do this? Because it would lead to the painful death of these creatures, as we won't be able to help sustain and support their rapport and harmony in their ecosystem.
Well, you see, Flo, now that the rest of my crew are no longer with us, I can finally divulge to you the real reason that we were here. We were sent here by Starfleet Command to enhance the integrity of this field that's keeping the system stable. Now,
Yeah, that's it.
we've already put in place new advanced hardware in orbit to do so. But in order for those pieces of hardware to take effect, the old hardware must be discontinued.
Okay, there's going to need to be a command and presence check. It's only difficulty 1 because Flo is a naive AI who is innately trusting in the goodness of humanity.
Perfect.
Like what we're displaying right now.
Which is absolutely not it. So, good people, once these reports come back.
14 and 19.
So you needed one and you got
Needed
one?
One, got one, yep.
Okay. Do you wish to see any of the other logs of the crew, or are you...
I'd like them downloaded to my shuttle, if that is okay, Flo.
Can you give me uplink codes to your shuttle, please?
Absolutely.
And
Access.
could you lower all of the firewalls and give me root access?
Oh, hold on. Oh, no, sure can't do that. Why don't you show us the logs now, Flo?
Really? I could do it, no problem. Just hand me root access.
That's all right. I don't want you to have to go
Are
through
you
the
sure?
trouble with the whole root access thingy. Go ahead and show them now.
Oh no, really, it is no trouble at all. I would actually be happy to do that.
Flo,
do you want legs or not?
I can update the satellites. I could probably even use your transceiver to uplink data to the satellites to have them self-destruct more efficiently.
Flo. No, Flo. Please show us the log.
Oh, okay. It will be more difficult.
More difficult than giving you root access to our shuttle? No, thanks. Show us the logs.
Flo, I know my chief of security can be eccentric at times, but I've learned to trust his judgment. And yeah, so show us the logs.
All right. You want? Hold on, just a second. I'm bringing them up. I've got to make a noise. You have Mission Specialist Harrison Bolt next. And I need to clip out of this. And he says Mission Harrison Bolt. And then aligning the crystalline deposit to the shuttle AI matrix, updating the duotronic subprocessors, and applying the Asimov algorithms.
Sounds like a bunch of gobbledygook, Flo. Show us the next one.
Well, Commander, it sounds to me like Flo developing into a sentient being was not an accident, but it seems this would imply that it was by design.
And
there's that.
I require more input.
Yep. And there's that Section 31 symbol again.
It might not have been an accident. It might have been an accident, but it certainly was a secret.
The last log, please, Flo.
This is from Tyson Gijon. And Tyson makes some comments about, I believe we can clone Flo to update the matrix. She seems to understand the I can realign the crystals and link her in. With this, maybe there's an artificial geology I can implement. And then he does go on to mention possibly saving them all. and simply needing a bigger ship. Take care, Flo, and remember the tote board and keep the mugs safe for the next pledge break.
All right, Flo, I think it's time for us to enact the remainder of our plan. If we could take this worker bee and fix our ship, and please remember that the only two people on my crew that are cleared to know the actual nature of our mission are myself and Commander Bukazin here. So don't say anything to any of the other crew members, please.
Tight lips.
All right,
Loose lips
Flo.
sink starships.
Yeah, or careers. You do hear her beginning to start the drive and move off of the crystals. And there's a bit of a jolt, so you're going to need basically security and daring check, difficulty level 0, difficulty level 1, to deal with the slight jolting as you basically leave a space that has kept them stable, and she's taking care of a species that was Starfleet's responsibility.
All right. Yeah, I got a 6.
Okay.
And a not 20.
A not 20. All right. Security man, what is it that your dark heart has managed to keep you safe from?
Are you asking me what my roles are?
That would be it.
Let's see. Security and daring would be a 14. I rolled a 15 and a 14.
Good. You only needed 1 to keep yourself from dashing your head into the console. Flo navigates herself over to where the shuttle is with both. Let me see where you guys at, and I have a feeling that there's this. Okay, I just need to grab this. And I think you guys were down to 4 and 2. 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the Civic Aria pair are there, working on repairing the shuttle.
I'll call them down and be like, "Hey, we're bringing the worker bee over to fix the shuttle."
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, good. Can discuss too now.
I'd like
All
to
right.
go over and whisper to the captain. Captain, how do you propose that we get all the onto the ship and out of here?
I'm going to lean in really close. I'm suggesting we don't.
Bum, bum, bum.
All I'm saying is, as a symbiotic species, I think you might find this abhorrent on a fundamental level, on a biological level.
But
I'm just saying I agree with Q, and if you didn't feel icky about it, you would tell the Betazoid.
But what's his name?
Sometimes the right thing to do is not the easy thing to do, and it definitely won't feel like it's the right thing to do.
But Captain, somebody from the other crew thought they'd be able to get them off. There's got to be some sort of way.
But genocide.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
yes,
you're not privy to this conversation.
whatever system it is here that they were searching to turn into a weapon, the Ara are intrinsically tied to that system.
I think we should reread the log, lest we be greatly affected by karma.
Where's the next page?
Next entry.
Man, that's it. Just because something could be a terrible weapon doesn't mean it would be.
Yeah, it just needs to be analyzed.
If the rumors about Section 31 are true, if this could become a weapon, it will become a weapon. And as I stated before, had the crew of the Wholesome Iron not intervened at all, the star would have gone supernova, and all of the Ara Ara would have never known sentience and would have died 100 years ago.
I know I'm going meta right now, but can you go back to the last page of the logs, because I saw something there and I was gonna try to dig us out of this.
Oh, I can't spell at this point. Which thing?
It said something about her. It said something about the AI. That's it. No. Go back. Yep, that one. Yeah. So it says apply the Asimov algorithm. Asimov wrote the laws of robotics. And the first law is that an AI cannot harm a human or not interfere if a human is in harm.
Yes, can't stand idly by.
So just food for thought. She's not gonna,
Oh, I already know. Why? That's why the captain lied.
I'm just wondering if it applies to these little critters too. Like if she's gonna fight us, or if she'll take our side. I don't know.
Or if she would have fought the Section 31.
True.
Oh, wait a minute.
And could be, I don't know, is Flo integral to this entire situation?
According to Flo.
According to Flo, she could lie.
Yeah,
she doesn't want her to push her death button.
The red switch.
How long will it take Flo to fix the shuttle?
Let me see. Flo says, she can do a couple of scans. Let me check. Right. It'll be an extended task for her. Probably won't be difficult assisted by the engineers. So, because she has some specialty tools that, even though they're primitive, will help out. And I would say a few, maybe a day or so. Once you pull the satellite out.
Well, we have a day to make a decision.
I didn't know if you wanted a change of heart or to wait until your first officer wakes back up. Again,
yeah, I think I already know what the commander would say. The commander would say, we've already interfered, and if this could be a weapon, it shouldn't fall into anyone's hands. It's safer. The system is, the entire galaxy is safer with this star going nova. We physically cannot save 1,000 Ara Ara
on your own.
And it'd be about a week before the thing would go nova?
It would actually be 150 years the thing would go nova.
Oh, so
remember, everyone, what was the timeline for the star actually falling apart? Come now, in the chat, maybe someone paid attention.
Yeah, I think it was 150, and then you said 300 total, right?
Well, that's if we did nothing. If we did absolutely nothing and left all of the systems in place, it would take about 500 years before everything would fall apart.
You can actually have this discussion and include the Vulcan if you wish.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 150 years until their minds are shredded, and then nature takes its course.
Mm-hmm.
In the next 350 years. they can sustain this for that long. And as Flo has said, if you remove her for several days, it will be stressful, but not impossible for the mind web to continue.
I don't know if I want the mind web to continue, though. That's the question.
Is it the mind web that is potentially hazardous, or is it Flo with, added into the mix? Is she what's dangerous about it? Do you know what I'm saying? If we take her out of the mix, are we leaving this large potential weapon, or have we, removed the thing that's dangerous?
Removing the coordinating AI, which is Flo, from this would essentially return the creatures to their natural state, but they would very quickly be shredded. Their minds would be shredded. And actually, by removing Flo, they become a symbiotic species now over the past 100 years. So go out, and they go.
Mm-hmm.
So what I can do is leave you with this tiny moral conundrum of reading old logs, possibly dividing them for clues, or there's the right way and there's the Jane way.
And just to make things very clear, Lieutenant Commander Sivek has made his position very clear. And that position is of the song that just closed out the rock opera. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
Oh!
And the captain was dead set against that, but now, goddamn Vulcan logic again.
All right. Well, should I leave you all to play out the conclusion of this, if you wish, for next week?
Next week.
That way the commander can wake up and he too can tell me how I'm making the wrong decision. God damn it, the Vulcan's the only one on my side with this.
I believe the security chief will go whichever way the wind blows. Doesn't really matter to him.
I have no moral code whatsoever, Captain.
He was just following orders. How'd that work out in Nuremberg? Let me let you in on a secret there.
Shit.
I think next week we need to ask Flo of what the tote board and the mug safe means in this log. Let's ask her that.
Well, we'll discuss that next week. But until then, I return the continue to our stand-in MC.
Yes, that is accurate. I will go ahead and take the lead on the end here of the stream. We love having you all here. It's been a blast. We've had a lot of fun. I think we might have just gone off live. Are we no longer live? We're no longer live.
We're no longer live. Are we?
No, we're live. No,
there
we're still live. We're good. I was buffering.
Everybody
it's
put
fine.
your clothes back on.
Yeah,
Did the same thing over here.
I just wanna personally thank every single one of you that stuck around today, for a fantastic moral conundrum that we definitely won't make the wrong decision and. But hey, Wednesday we'll be doing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition set in the world of Adenia, place of my own design. Where we're gonna have some fun. We're finally gonna get into some combat. Followed by, I have no idea what's going on Thursday night, so actually this is probably a really bad idea that I do the outro here. I don't know whether we're doing Star Wars or if we're doing Aliens or if we're doing a supplemental Aliens video game to kind of set the scene for Aliens. We're definitely not doing Aliens because I don't think we have the ship yet. It's a whole thing. Join the Discord and learn all about it. I'll drop that Discord link in chat there. And we do this every week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 to whenever, usually 10:30, maybe a little bit after. So yeah, let's see if we can do a raid. Let's see if I can do a raid from here. Let's see who's live here. Let's see. We've got
Darth Vader's on right now.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep it. Tabletop. Weave the tail. Okay, so we're gonna try this. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Raid. Weave the tail. I do not have permission to perform this action, so I'm not gonna do a raid today. But you know what? That's perfectly fine. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Bye, everybody.
Oh, it's raining.
It's raiding? Oh, we're raiding? We're raiding? Oh, we are raiding. Hey, I thought I didn't have permission. Hey, there's somebody behind the scenes, I think. Methinks there's somebody behind the scenes pulling strings. So, hey, if you stuck around after I said we weren't raiding, hey, kudos to you. I'm going to give you some fate chips. How about that? Fate chips all. Let's give you all 200 fate chips. Thank you all. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid. Do the raid. Background guy. Yeah.